Welcome to High School Football Game Night, presented by Scenic Cable Network and Production. Now, here's tonight's game.
The Honorable Fox M. Fleming.
Yeah, I'd like to welcome you to Wildcat Stadium for the first home game of the 2016 season. Enterprise facing Auburn tonight. Wildcats 4-0 coming into tonight's game. Wildcats will be kicking off to the Tigers. Tigers are turning from our right to our left. Wildcat football brought to you by McDonald's of Enterprise.
I heard last week that we were playing Lanier. What happened to them?
Osteen's going to be kicking off for the Wildcats. He stands back at his 30-yard line. Two deep backs for the Tigers standing back at their 4-yard line. Osteen approaches the ball. A high kick to the far side of the field, going to hit and go out of bounds, and we're going to have a penalty as we start off, and they start about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, it's obvious Andrew Osteen trying to put that kick off right in the corner of the end zone. That tells me that Auburn must have a couple of pretty good kickoff return guys back there deep. Unfortunately for the Cats, it went out of bounds. Looks like about the 4-yard line. And, of course, the Tigers will put it in play at their own 35.
Auburn starting from their own 35, center of the field. Brooks Fuller, quarterback for the Tigers. Shotgun formation, triple wide outs to the far side of the field. Hand off to his back, goes right up the middle, out across the 35 and up near the 40.
Yeah, that was a good push by the offensive line for the Auburn Tigers. I couldn't tell exactly. It looked like a little inside loop from the right tackle. The guard kicked out and the tackle looped around underneath. I'll try to keep an eye on that as the game progresses, but a good start on first down for the Tigers.
Resetting the clock to 11:54.
I thought we had to start over.
Second and 5 for the Tigers up at the 40-yard line. Dual wideouts to the far side of the field. Single wideout to the near side of the field. Fuller stands at the 35, hands it off to number 32, and he's out to the 41.
Yeah, that's just a base give. Good job up front by the Wildcat defense. I think we're having trouble with the clock operator already. He missed the opening kickoff, and then the referee wound the clock to start it, and it never started until the ball was snapped. So not sure what's going on with the timekeeper. We'll have to watch that as well.
Third down for the Tigers. Need to get out to the 45 for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 41. 11:18 to go in the first quarter. Hands it off to 32. Cuts it outside across the 45. Midfield, and he's down in Wildcat territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, what a hole off the right side for the Auburn Tigers. And the running back made a nice cut back against the grain. And, boy, he jumped into some big yardage. Right now, the Tiger offensive line having their way with the Wildcat defensive front.
First and 10 for the Tigers, and we've got a penalty flag on the far side of the field.
Yeah, offsides against the Cats. Must have lined up in the neutral zone. Not a very good start so far for the Wildcat defense. That was, again, that little inside loop or inside fold play on the blocking, the right guard kicking out defensive end, and that right tackle folding in underneath on the linebacker.
First and 5 for the Tigers. Wildcat 45-yard line, and a penalty flag again on the play.
Yeah, I think they just gave us our 5 yards back there, Fox. I believe that was the left tackle that moved.
First down at the Cats' 45-yard line. Auburn with the ball. 2 backs in the backfield. Fuller stands back at the 50, shotgun formation. Play clock down to 6. Hands it off to 32 around the left side. He's going to be inside the 45 and down to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, the Tigers had an offset eye, if you will. The old I formation had the H-back or fullback, and then the tailback behind him looked like lined up in the big gap between the guard and the tackle, and the fullback went in motion and kicked out, and they gave it, again, pretty good gain on first down for Auburn.
Second down for the Tigers. Line of scrimmage at the 41. Quarterback drops back to pass, throws out in the flats, almost intercepted by the Cats.
Yeah, they're picking on Marcus Jones over here, and I think that's the wrong side to go. He almost had him another one there, Fox. Just missed that one. And Ricky, I hate to say it, we may have our hands full. They got a left-handed quarterback. We better be watchful of that.
I was hoping you hadn't noticed it.
Third down, Tigers need to get down to the Wildcat 35, hands it off to the big back. He's at the 35 and more, and down inside the 30. Ball comes loose as it's stripped by the Cats and recovered by the Cats down at the 25. A great strip by the Wildcats. And the Wildcats take over first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Yes, it was a great job. You know, the people in the secondary, they're coached that when the runners gets to them at their level, they reach in there and try to pull that ball out. I couldn't tell who it was. It might have been Miles Thomas, our safety, but who it was, they jerked it out, and the Cats were jolly on the spot to make that recovery.
Wildcat offensive unit coming on the field. First and 10 at the 25-yard line near hash mark, moving left to right. Triple wide outs to the far side of the field. Sincere Flowers to the near side of the field. Cody Fulton-Ty stands back at the 20, looks downfield, throws for Warren, long, incomplete down at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, trying to just hit a deep ball with Chance Warren. He's such a good athlete and receiver. He, one-on-one situation, most of the time he's going to come down with the ball. Pretty well covered that time, and of course Cody Fulton-Ty made the right throw. He threw it too long, so if Chance couldn't get it, nobody could.
Flowers goes in the slot to the far side of the field. Chastain to the far side, fakes it, throws it complete to Warren at the 25, hit quickly, breaks a tackle, cuts it upfield, and he's up to the 27, 28-yard line.
And we try to set that quick screen ahead of Chance Warren, getting the ball in his hands. I think that was Brett Garrett on the stop block. The corner did a good job. He kind of stood him up and had Chance, looked like for a loss almost, but Chance battled him. His second effort was picked up about 3 yards.
Third and 7 for the Cats. Cats need to get out to just across the 35-yard line for a first down. Triple wide outs to the far side of the field. Shotgun formation, looks downfield, throws to the right side, complete to Warren, and he's going to be across the 35, and depending on the spot, he's going to be close.
All right, Ricky, give us he's writing down some numbers. He probably didn't have a good look at it. Yeah, that was just a little outcut. I don't know if we're just trying to get the ball the chance or we're picking on this corner over here, but that's the first 3 plays of the game.
You're kidding me. They're going to measure this?
From all the way across the field, Ricky.
Good gracious. I can tell you right now, it ain't even close.
Looks like the Cats going to come up just a little short. 8:44 to go in the first quarter. Citizens Bank scoreboard, Auburn nothing, Enterprise nothing here at Wildcat Stadium for the first home game of the season. And it's going to bring up fourth down for the Cats.
Told you it wasn't close. What they say, a wink's as good as a nod to a blind horse, Rex.
That's right. Those young eyes next door got that one far.
Yeah, the Cats will go for it on 4th down. Shotgun formation, Wildcat formation with Flowers, and he's going to be hit for a loss, and the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 at the Cats' 30-yard line.
Yeah, we tried to go against the grain away from the strength of the formation, but the Tigers were coming, and we really didn't have a chance. They hit us in the backfield, and I like Coach Faulkner's call on that. I just wish teams would go back under center for when you that 1.5 foot in the old quarterback sneak wedge blocking. But when you snap that ball back 4 yards deep, seems to me like you're helping that defense a little bit.
Tigers take over 1st and 10 following the 4th down attempt by the Wildcats. They start at the Wildcat 33-yard line near hash mark. Triple wideouts to the far side of the field. Brooks Fuller, quarterback for the Auburn Tigers, at his own 37. Hands it off. Running back cuts it to the left side, and he's down to the 31.
Yeah, that's almost against the grain run. The quarterback kind of steps to the right. The running back gets the ball and goes back to the left. Pretty good job, again, by the offensive line for the Tigers.
Second and 8 for the Tigers. Again, shotgun formation. Quarterback looks to the right side, throws out in the flats, incomplete. Down at the 25.
Yeah, that was just a little timing route. The receiver in the slot went down about 6-7 yards, just maybe a yard short of where the first down marker is. But the quarterback threw it low and to the outside, and the receiver had no chance to make that catch.
Tigers need to get down to the Wildcat 24 for a first down. Line of scrimmage at 36. Quarterback rolls to the right side. Looks down out in the flats. Tipped by the Wildcats. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Yeah, that was just a little clear-out route. We had good coverage in the secondary, and the quarterback made a nice throw, and the receiver made a nice cut. But our linebacker underneath that, I'm not sure if that was Keontae White or which one it was, got a hand on it and batted it away. That was a nice job by our middle linebacker, Keontae White.
Tigers will go for it on 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 30-yard line. Quarterback takes it, drops back, gets pressure, hit in the backfield, fumble on the play, picked up by the Wildcats, and it's going to be down at the 36, 37-yard line.
Yeah, I think we picked it up, but I think the official thought he was on his knees when he picked the ball up before he got off the ground, and he immediately pointed, as you said, Fox, right at the 36-yard line.
Cam Harmon lines up to the left side of Cody Fulton Tice. Tice in shotgun formation, triple wide outs to the far side of the field. Hands it off to Harmon, goes around the right side, gets pressure, and he's going to be stopped for a loss back at the 32. Good defensive play by the Tigers that time.
It was, Fox. Great penetration. That's normally our bread and butter running play, mostly to the left side. We don't run it quite as much to the right side, even though that is the short side of the field. But the Auburn Tigers obviously have looked at some of our offensive film, and they were there to make about 2 or 3 yard loss on that play.
2nd and 12 for the Cats. 7:14 to go in this first quarter. Tice fakes it, keeps it himself out across the 35 and up here to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, that's Mason Jordan on his kick-out block from his left tackle position on our base quarterback keeper. Going's pretty tough in there. Our offensive line having a little trouble right now with the defensive front for Auburn.
3rd and 12 now for the Cats. 3rd and 10 for the Cats. Up at the 36, they need to get out to around the 46-yard line for a first down. Again, Chastain, Garrett, and Flowers go wide to the far side of the field. And we've got a timeout called by the Tigers. And with timeout on the field, you're listening to Enterprise High School Football, brought to you by McDonald's on the Wildcat Sports Scenic Sports Network. Your score tied 0-0 here with 6:35 to go in the first quarter. Enterprise with the ball, 3rd and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Ball at the near hash mark. Moving left to right, triple wide outs to the far side of the field. Warren comes to the near side of the field. Ty stands back at the 31. Pulls it down, gets pressure, and he's going to be sacked for a loss back at the 33. Brings up 4th down.
Yeah, I would have to call that a coverage sack. Cody Fulton-Tice could not find a receiver open, tried to scramble out of the pocket, but the pursuit of the Tigers was there to make that play. Well, let's say I didn't see a flag, but a couple of the officials, the referee, I think that, I'm not sure if that's the back judge or who that is.
Penalty flag at the 50-yard line, Coach, about where the E is.
All right, I see it now, yes. That's kind of an odd call. Must have been holding or something in the secondary. Maybe that's why couldn't get a finer receiver open.
Third and about 6 for the Cats now from the 40. Tice drops back, throws out in the flats, completes to Flowers, and he's going to have a first down and out of bounds up near the 48-yard line.
Yeah, that was just a little clear out. He went beyond the chains, and Cody Fulton-Tice hit him right in stride. He kind of hesitated a little bit, and as an old receivers coach, sometimes when you hesitate, you may get lost. You make that catch, and you get upfield all you can, but it will be a first down for the Cats.
And with time out on the field, your score tied 0-0 here at Enterprise. You're listening to Enterprise High School Football, brought to you by McDonald's on the Wildcat Sports Scenic Sports Networks. Tied 0-0. Wildcats with the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line, Coach, which has been a tough first quarter. Pretty equal on each side.
Yeah, the Auburn Tigers had the initial drive of the night. They were moving the ball fairly good. In fact, prior to the fumble, the running back had broke free in our secondary. They were getting down close to the red zone, but we were able to strip that ball out, and it's been mainly a defensive battle since then. The Cats, that was on that penalty, Fox, that was a face mask, the 5-yard variety that enabled us to get a chance to pick up that first down, which we did on that completion to Sincere Flowers.
Once again, I'd like to thank all of our sponsors. Sam Oswald Honda for transportation. Coldwell Banker Prestige Homes and Real Estate for the halftime show and the postgame show with Ricky Adams coming up at halftime. And the Wildcat offensive unit coming back on the field. 1st and 10 for the Cats at the 48-yard line. Dual wideouts come to the near side of the field. 2 backs in the backfield. Tice takes the snap, fakes it, rolls to the right side, looks downfield, has a man open in and out of the hands of the receiver at midfield, brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a little bootleg action, and the hammer slid out into the right flats and was wide open. But, again, as an old receivers coach, and it's typical, you hear it every game, you've got to catch the football before you turn upfield to run. And unfortunately, we got a little anxious, and our head turned, and we dropped that pass.
Chastain and Warren come to the near side of the field. Ty stands back at his 44. Hands it off to his back around the left side, and he's up to midfield. Robinson on to carry for the Cats, picks up 2 yards.
Yeah, the Cats finding the going pretty tough on the running game. The Tiger defenders, their front 4 guys look, they're not overly big. I mean, they got good size, but they look very athletic and have pretty good quickness.
Big third down for the Wildcat offensive unit. 8 to go. They need to get down to the Tiger 42-yard line. Line of scrimmage is midfield. Caleb Reynolds comes in at running back for the Cats. Ty stands back at the 45. Drops back, looks out the flats, gets pressure, throws across the middle, has Warren open at the 30, the 25, cuts it to the right side of the field, across the 20, 15, and finally hit and brought down at the 11-yard line. Great catch and run by Chance Warren.
Yeah, we've got a flag down about the 11-yard line. Let's see what the call is. But that was a well-executed play. Cody Fulton Tice did a great job, Fox, of buying a little time. Somebody looked like they were putting a little pressure on him. He took a little sidestep and let him go by, and he found Chance Warren on that crossing route. And of course, when Chance gets the football, he makes things happen. We'll see what the call is. Fox, that was a dead ball, personal foul against the Tigers. That'll move it half the distance to the goal. But what a great play, great execution, and of course tremendous talent there in Chance Warren.
Southeast Sun Wildcat first down at the, looks like the 7-yard line, 1st and goal. Wildcats with the ball near hash mark. Hands it off to the back. Reynolds, and he's going to be down inside the 5, down near the 3.
Yeah, that was a good push, a little crease off that right side. And Caleb Reynolds jumped into it. The linebacker made a nice tackle, or Caleb would have carried him into the end zone.
Flowers comes in at Wildcat formation. Robinson lines up on the right side. Flowers takes it at the 7, follows the block, cuts it to the right side, and he's going to be at the goal line before he's stopped. And it's going to be 3rd and goal, and looked like he almost got in, Coach.
Yeah, it did. I thought somebody must have grabbed his face mask or something, because he looked like he was going in, and all of a sudden he just kind of jerked around, from his head. But nobody's signaled anything, so obviously that didn't happen. But the Tigers are pretty tough down here on the goal line.
Third and goal. Sincere at the 5, follows his block. Touchdown, Wildcats. Sincere Flowers from the 1-yard line.
Yeah, he just kind of got behind that big offensive line. They got shoe to shoe there, and he just wedged blocked, and he just fell in behind them and punched it in from the yard out.
Andrew Osteen comes in to attempt the point after. Thornton will be holding. Quattlebaum snapping. 3:28 to go in the first quarter. Snap is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. And the Wildcats lead 7-0 with 3:23 to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Enterprise High School Football, brought to you by McDonald's on the Wildcat Sports and Scenic Sports Networks. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. Wildcat football brought to you by McDonald's of Enterprise, Fox Swimming, along with Coach Rex Bynum. The Enterprise Wildcats scoring on a 1-yard run by Sincere Flowers in the Wildcat formation. Point after is good by Andrew Osteen of the Wildcats lead 7-0 with 3:28 to go in the first quarter. Osteen getting ready to kick off. Deep backs for the Tigers standing back at the 5. Squibb kick down inside to 8, takes it across the 10, the 15, the 20, cuts it back out, 30, breaks it to the right side, and finally brought down at the 34-yard line, but a good return by the Tigers by Garrett Morris.
I don't know if Andrew missed that ball or if it was intentionally kicked low, but I don't know. It seemed like he's got the wind with him, and the way he kicks the football, I'd tell him to kick that thing in the end zone. But great job on the Wildcat offense on the goal line. We didn't allow any penetration. Of course, Sincere Flowers were able to punch it in from a yard out.
Wildcats On defense now, the Tigers at their own 34-yard line. Quarterback takes the snap, hands it off to his back around the right side, cuts it back up in the middle, out across the 35 and up near the 38-yard line.
Yeah, that little cross, it's not a cross book. They don't have but one back, but he runs kind of against the grain. And, again, the Tiger offensive line doing a pretty good job on that first down play.
2nd and 5 for the Tigers from their own 34. Hands it off again up the middle, out across the 40 and up near the 41. Picks up 1 or 2 yards.
Yeah, Fox went a late flag down. They had that little inside loop or fold block on this side. On the left side, the guard kicked down that left tackle, folded back up underneath him. And then the flag came in. That's usually signal holding. We'll see what the call is. Offside against Auburn. That's
chop block, Coach.
Oh, chop block. Okay, I missed the. I wonder how that happened.
.242 to go in the first quarter. Wildcats leading 7-0 over the Auburn Tigers here in Enterprise. Scoreboard brought to you by Citizens Bank of Enterprise, member FDIC. Triple wide outs to the near side of the field. Quarterback stands back at the 25, rolls to the left side, looks downfield, throws back to the right side, has a man open and incomplete down in Wildcat territory. Good coverage by the Cats that time.
Yes, it was. The quarterback sprinted to his left, as you said, Fox, and the receiver did a post corner, if you will, and the quarterback laid it right on the money. I don't know if it was a little bit behind him or if we touched the ball, but I thought for just a split second he was going to come down with it. But fortunately for the Cats, it did fall incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down for the Tigers at their own 31-yard line. Tigers need to get out to the 44-yard line for a first down. Ball's in the middle of the field. Dual wide outs to each side of the field. Quarterback stands back at the 25. Takes a snap, rolls to the left side, looks downfield, has a man open, and looks like his route was wrong, incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Yeah, but we may get a flag for roughing the quarterback. The quarterback's on the ground, and then the flag came out. We'll see the call. Yeah, that's the call, Fox. It's one of those unfortunate things. You got one of your players going after the quarterback, and of course, I'm sure it wasn't deliberate or anything malicious. He just hit him just a little bit too late, and the official was there. Of course, they're all looking to protect the quarterback now, or really any player that really can't defend himself. That's the officials are trying to protect those players.
1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 45-yard line following the penalty. 2:16 to go in the first quarter. Handoff goes to the back around the right side. He's stopped for no gain.
Yeah, that was a great job. We had some penetration. I see looks like one of our linebackers, Trayvon Dunlap, getting up off the pile. And, of course, I'm sure Darius Jones or Jaron Jones, one of the Jones boys, was probably in on that play as well.
And with the injury timeout on the field, we'll take it back to the station. Your score here at Wildcat Stadium, Enterprise leading 7-0 over the Auburn Tigers. You're listening to Enterprise High School Football, brought to you by McDonald's of Enterprise on the Wildcat and Scenic Sports Networks. Welcome back to Wildcat Football, brought to you by McDonald's of Enterprise. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers at their own 45-yard line. 1:57 to go in the first quarter. Trailing by 7. Quarterback takes the ball, fakes it, and false start, penalty on the play.
Yeah, we moved. Couple of our defensive linemen moved. I see the left tackle. He's kind of holding his hands out. He flinched just a little bit. I didn't think for a second they were going to call it, but the linesman on this side was able to see it and make that call.
Second and 15 for the Tigers at their own 40-yard line. Dual wideouts go to the far side of the field, and that time the Wildcats jump and penalty flag at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, I think that's twice that's happened tonight. One time we were off sides, and then they gave it back. We've just done that again. Quarterback did a good job, had a hard count there, and we, anticipating that count, jumped off sides.
Clock continues to run with 1:32 to go in the first quarter. Play clock down to 13. Brooks Fuller looks to the sideline for the play. Dual wideouts to the far side of the field. Hands it off to his back, cuts to the left side, tries to get outside and does, and he's going to be out across the 47-yard line and stopped there by the Wildcats.
Yeah, that was a good play by Marcus Jones. He came off of his receiver and was able to trip the running back up, or he would have gotten down the sideline. It was a good play. Not only can Marcus Jones cover a guy, he can make a tackle as well.
Big third down defensive play for the Cats. Tigers need to get down to the Wildcat 45-yard line for a first down. Line of scrimmage is their own 47. Quarterback throws it complete and hit quickly that time at midfield, and he's going to be short, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they try to set up a little screen on the inside, and I believe that's one of our linebackers. I'm trying to see the number. It may be Trevon Dunlap. I don't know. No, I believe that's Keontae White. Boy, he read it perfectly, and as soon as the receiver caught the pass, he was there to knock him to the turf.
Fourth down, Marcus Jones goes back deep, standing at his 12-yard line, punting for the Tigers, standing back at his 37. Good snap, goes to the right side, kicks it to the right side of the field to try to keep it out of the hands of Jones, and it's going to roll deep in Wildcat territory down at the 3-yard line as the first quarter comes to an end. Citizens Bank scoreboard, Wildcats 7, Auburn Tigers nothing. You're listening to Enterprise High School Football, brought to you by McDonald's on the Wildcat Sports and Scenic Sports Networks. Enterprise starting from their own 3-yard line, first and 10. Robinson in at running back. Ty stands deep in the end zone. Shotgun formation. Hands it off to Robinson. Cuts around the left side, out across the 5, the 10, and up near the 13-yard line. Good hard run by DJ Robinson, and he should be close to a Wildcat first down.
Yes, it was. I had a great look off his left side. What a great job of blocking over here. I believe that's Mason Jordan, and I'm not sure. I keep forgetting who the left guard. That maybe Harrison Hendricks, the left guard, but they opened a nice hole. A good hard running by Trey Robinson.
Second and 1 for the Cats. Hands it off to Robinson again around the left side. He's out across the 15 and up near the 18 before he's knocked out of bounds, and that's going to be a Southeast Sun Wildcat first down.
Yeah, good job by Mason Jordan, the left tackle. Had a little penetration, but he was able to stay with his guy, and Robinson made a nice cut to pick up that first down. And what a two good plays right here to come off the shadow of their own goal line for the Cats.
Second and 10 for the Cats. Cody Fulton ties shotgun formation from his 14-yard line. Fakes it. Drops back. Nope. He hands it off, and a good fake, and he is out. Robinson again is out across the 25, the 30, and finally brought down up at the 32-yard line. Another Southeast Sun Wildcat first down.
Yeah, it was a great hole again. The Cat offensive line have made some adjustments, and they're doing a great job. And of course, Trey Robinson jumped in it and made a nice cut to pick up that first down.
First and 10 for the Cats. Again, Robinson off the left side, out across the 30 and up near the 32, fails to gain.
Yeah, got a little tougher on that particular play. Short side, I guess that's just a zone play off this left side. Good job by the defensive front for the Auburn Tigers.
Caleb Reynolds comes in at running back for the Wildcats, lines up at the 25-yard line again. Warren and Flowers come to the near side of the field. Fakes it. Cody Fulton-Tice looks downfield, gets pressure, rolls to the right side. He's got some running room out across the 30, the 35, the 40, and out of bounds at the 43-yard line. A great fake, Coach.
Yes, it was, Fox. As you said, the receivers were covering. He got out, broke containment, had room to run. And as the defender for Auburn came up to make a play, Cody put a little move on him and was able to pick up that first down.
First and 10. Throws it out in the flats to Warren, and he's out across midfield and down at the 47-yard line on the far side of the field.
Yeah, that was just that little quick screen that we run so well. I believe that's Brett Garrett across the way, or Dennis Chastain won. I can't tell exactly who did a great job of stop blocking, and Chance Warner read his block to pick up good yardage.
Second down for the Cats at the 48, and penalty flag comes in the backfield.
Yeah, we had a little motion there before the snap. Boy, that hurts you there after you've picked up about 8 yards on first down. Then you have a penalty to back you up 5.
Second and 7 at the Cats at the 49-yard line. Reynolds lines up to the right side of Cody. Shotgun formation, fakes, looks downfield, throws out in the flats, and in and out of the hands of the receiver. Good lick placed on Sincere after the catch.
Yeah, that was a great play by the corner for him. What he did, he was covering Garrett or Chastain out here at the split end, and he came off of that guy when he saw the Cody Fulton-Tice throwing it to Sincere Flowers. And boy, as the ball got there, he was there to deliver a lick, and of course the ball fell incomplete.
Third down for the Cats. Need to get down to the 45-yard line. Tice back to pass. Pressure. Penalty flag back in the backfield, and I believe it's going to go against the Cats.
Yeah, that's usually a holding situation. We'll say yes. I believe that's exactly what it is. Well, I tell you, you just hate Fox. The Cats picked up 3 or 4 first downs coming off the goal line. Had it 2nd and 2. At the Tiger 47-yard line, and now we've gone backwards.
If I were Auburn, I might have declined that penalty, Rex.
Yeah, that could have been a good time, 1-2 decline, but I guess Coach wants to take the yardage instead of that and go and give us that extra down again.
Third and long at the 33. Throws long, has a man open, and incomplete, intended for Warren, but throws it out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
Yeah, I like the play call. Give Chance a chance to make a play. But of course, the defender was right there. Even if he doesn't complete it, sometimes you may get that interference call. But to no avail, and boy, what a wasted opportunity the Cats had with self-inflicted penalties. That really killed a very optimistic drive.
Osteen into punt, standing back at his 17-yard line. Plot back deep for the Tigers. And we've got a timeout call by the Tigers. And they are waving, well, nope, timeout by the Tigers. 9:14 to go in the first half. Enterprise 7, Auburn nothing. You're listening to Enterprise High School Football, brought to you by McDonald's on the Wildcat and Scenic Sports Networks. Enterprise High School Football brought to you by McDonald's on the Wildcat Scenic Sports Networks here. 9:14 to go in the first half. Enterprise leading 7-0 over the Tigers. Wildcats punting. 4th and long from their own 33-yard line. Cordell Plott back deep for the Tigers at the 25-yard line. Andrew Osteen stands back at his own 12 as we await the snap. Good snap by Quattlebaum. Osteen gets a good punt. It's going to fall inside the 35, take a Wildcat bounce, and go down about the 25-yard line. And the Tigers start 1st and 10 on the far side of the field.
Yeah, not the best looking of punts, but turned out pretty good for the Cats. Of course, we had a long way to go, but now Auburn, they sent no one to check the punter that time. Might be something to look for later in the ball game if we get in a situation where a fake might be in order.
You know, Jeff Davis did the same thing last week. Theirs just all turned and broke and ran.
Auburn with the ball 1st and 10 at their own 25. 9:01 to go in the first half. Trailing by 7. Hands it off to his back. Breaks a tackle out across the 25. Up here to the 26 is Cedric Clark.
Yeah, pretty good job by the front 4 of the Wildcat defense. He may have gotten a half yard on a good spot.
Second and 10 for the Tigers. Line of scrimmage is the 25-yard line. Far hash mark, moving left to right. Dual wideouts come to the near side of the field. 2 backs in the backfield. Quarterback Brooks Fuller stands back at the 21-yard line. Takes a snap, hands it off to the first man through. He's hit quickly and dropped for a loss.
Boy, say, what a great play. I don't know who made it, but we had great penetration in the backfield. By the time the running back got the football, he was hit, and then it looked like one of their offensive linemen and one of our players kind of almost bowed up at each other. The lineman's helmet came off and the flag came out. We'll see the call. Well, Fox, I don't know exactly who it was, but it was one of our guys. He was a pretty good lick, and I saw the helmet fly off for the Auburn lineman, but whatever, it's going to cost us 15 yards.
And an Auburn first down up at the 38-yard line. 8:12 to go in the first half. Handoff goes around the right side, and he's going to be out across the 40.
Yeah, again, going's pretty tough in that middle. Auburn's going more to a conventional offense. I say conventional, old-time offense. And but to no avail, the Cat defensive front doing a good job.
And, Coach, looks like the officials are having a team meeting with both teams in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he's probably telling them that there's been a little too much. I don't know if they're doing any trash talking or, you know, a little extracurricular. Of course, we just got caught on the previous play, so that I'm sure the officials are telling them, you know, let's play football and leave that stuff somewhere else.
2nd and 9 for the Tigers from their own 40-yard line. Man in motion to the near side of the field. Quarterback fakes a handoff, rolls to the left side, gets pressure, throws long, has a man open, and goes up incomplete. Good play that time by Jones.
Yeah, that was that little sprint to the left by the quarterback and like a throwback on a wheel route. It was rather deep. Marcus Jones was in good coverage and when it sailed over his head, incomplete.
Big third down defensive play for the Cats. 7:30 to go in the first half. Wildcats leading by 7. Tigers need to get out to their own 49-yard line. The line of scrimmage is the 40. Again, dual wideouts to the near side of the field. Quarterback fakes a handoff, looks to the left side, looks downfield across the middle, throws behind, incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Yeah, good coverage down the field. Fox, I had my eye kind of caught the left tackle and our defensive end on a good pass rush. It looked like their left tackle just tackled our guy, just kind of threw him down to the turf. I thought for sure they were going to get a holding call, but no flag.
Their quarterback took a lick then. The referee's looking right at him, and he did not even want to get up there for a while.
Atkins punting for the Tigers, standing back at his 26-yard line. Jones back deep for the Cats. Short punt, going to be fielded by Jones at the 25. Takes it up the middle across the 30. 35, breaks a tackle and up across the 40-yard line. Good return for the Cats, and they start 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Boy, was anytime you kick that football to Marcus Jones or he gets his hands on it, you better be ready. And if it hadn't been for a little trip action, he might have been off to the races. Somebody just grabbed him by the ankle or the foot and tripped him up. Probably a touchdown saving tackle for the Tigers.
I'd remind everyone coming up at halftime, the Coldwell Banker Prestige Homes and Real Estate halftime show. Ricky Adams, 7:10 to go in the first half. Wildcats up by 7. Fulton Tice hands it off to his back, tries to break it outside, and he's going to be stopped for a loss back at the 42-yard line. Good play by the defense for the Tigers. Robinson on to carry.
Yeah, they had good penetration. They filled in the gaps. Trey Robinson tried to bounce it to the outside, but the pursuit was there to stop him for no gain.
Tice hands it off up the middle, and again the defense for the Auburn holds. No gain.
Yeah, going's pretty tough in here. You know, we got 2 evenly matched football teams, and it's kind of like a little old-time slugfest, even though both teams have on these fancy uniforms and these spread offenses, down in the trenches. Going's pretty tough.
Reynolds comes in at running back for the Cats, lines up on the left side. 6:08 left in the first half. Tice back at his own 32. Takes it, pulls it down, gets pressure, and he's dropped as he throws it at the last minute. But he's going to be, I think, probably ruled down, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how they rule it, Fox, but the referee has stepped in, and we are taking a heat timeout.
And with heat timeout on the field, Citizens Bank scoreboard Enterprise 7, Auburn nothing. You're listening to Enterprise High School football, brought to you by McDonald's on the Wildcat Sports Scenic Sports Networks. Enterprise High School football brought to you by McDonald's back at Wildcat Stadium. Enterprise leading 7-0. The only score coming in the first quarter on a Wildcat run by Sincere Flowers from the 1-yard line. Point after was good by Osteen, and the Wildcats lead 7-0 here with 5:51 to go. 4th and about 12 for the Cats from their own 43-yard line.
Well, the late arrivals made it a pretty good sized crowd on the far side. I can't tell on the home side, Rex. I don't know if you can see them.
I can't see them, but I think I was down underneath before the game. I think we do have a good crowd for tonight's game.
Andrew Sands back at his 21-yard line, or 26-yard line to punt. Plot back deep for the Tigers. Good snap. They rush it. Get it off, and he's going to get a high kickoff, hopefully take a Wildcat bounce inside the 30 and down near the 27-yard line as the Tigers start 1st and 10.
Yeah, they had pressure on Andrew Osteen that time, and Andrew did well to get that punt away, wanting his best, but again, it took a Wildcat bounce and didn't end up too bad as the Tigers will have it at their own, about the 27-yard line.
Clock stopped with 5:25 to go in the first half. Once again, if you're just joining us, Wildcats leading 7-0. Here at Wildcat Stadium in Enterprise, Auburn with the ball first and 10 from their own 27 near hash mark, moving left to right. Brooks Fuller, quarterback for the Tigers, stands back at his 22. Takes the ball, pulls it down. He's hit quickly as he crosses the 27, and he may pick up a yard.
Yeah, that just looked like a little old-time quarterback keeper on a power play off to the left side, and all his blocking went outside, and he tried to cut it back against the grain, and when he did, he was dropped for no gain.
Second down for the Tigers. Quarterback takes it, and we've got a penalty flag on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, our defensive line doing just a little bit of shifting, and when we shift, this is about the third time they have moved one of their offensive linemen. It's going to cost them 5.
And going to back them up 2nd and 15 as the line of scrimmage becomes a 22-yard line with 4:48 to go in this first half. Auburn with the ball in the middle of the field. Again, dual wide outs to the far side of the field. Two backs in the backfield with Brooks Fuller, the quarterback, in shotgun formation. Play clock down to 11 seconds. Wildcat defense shifts. Fakes a handoff. Brooks rolls to the left side, throws out in the flats. Complete, hit quickly, and drop for a loss at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, they went to an I formation, a little bootleg, trying to hit the fullback out into the flats. Of course, they had a long way to go for a first down, but we were there as soon as he made the catch to drop him for basically maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain.
Third and 12 for the Tigers. Tigers need to get out to their own 37-yard line for a first down. Line of scrimmage becomes a 25. Quarterback drops back, throws it out in the flats, and in and out of his hands over on the sideline. Wouldn't have been enough, Coach, but brings up fourth down.
No, it wouldn't have. We had good coverage, Fox, but the pass was pretty well thrown. It just hit the receivers and bounced off his hands. But even if he'd have made that catch, I believe that was Marcus Jones was there to drop him. But it will bring up 4th and long, and let's give Marcus a chance to make a play right on this punt return.
Atkins back deep to punt for the Tigers. Marcus Jones will be receiving for the Wildcats. Atkins stands back at his 12-yard line as we await the snap. 3:45, good snap, rolls to the right side. Punts it. Jones is going to track it, but let it go, and it's going to go out of bounds up near the 37-yard line, and the Wildcats start 1st and 10.
Yeah, they wisely went back to that soccer-style kick away from Marcus Jones. He tried to get over to hopefully maybe get it on a good bounce, but it bounced out of bounds, and Cats still have good field position time. Let's see, we've got plenty of time in all 3 timeouts, so we need to put some points on the board here, Fox, before the half.
Wildcats starting 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. Cam Harmon in at running back, lines up on the left side. The Wildcats, dual wideouts come to the near side of the field. Correction, triple wideouts now. Garrett, Chastain, and Flowers. Chance Warren goes to the far side of the field. Tice back at his 30. Rolls on the left side. Throws it complete to Flowers at the 38. Across the 40 and out of bounds up near the 44-yard line.
Yeah, that little quick screen, which we run so well. And Dennis Chastain, Brett Garrett out here doing a good job on their stop block.
Tice fakes a handoff, keeps it himself, and he's going to pick up maybe a foot, gets out to the 45-yard line. Good hard run, but a good defensive play by the Tigers.
Yeah, we tried to set up that quarterback keeper. Fox, for some reason, it just looked like a very slow developing play. And by the time the play did develop, they were there to drop us, as you said, for about a foot gain.
3rd and about a yard for a first down. Wildcats need to get across the 46 for a first down. Line of scrimmage is going to be just shy of the 45. 2:54 to go in the first half. Leading 7-0. Triple wideouts come to the near side of the field. Tice shotgun formation. Hands it off to Reynolds, and he's going to be back to the line of scrimmage, but I believe he's going to be short and bring up fourth down.
Yeah, the backside defensive end came in from behind to make that play. I thought Caleb was going to have a chance to get that first down yardage, but yeah, I think they're spotting him about 1.5 yards short, Fox. This might be a good time to check if we get any rush. You know, one time they didn't rush. The last time they did, see what Coach Faulkner decides to do if he wants to try to fake his punt.
Osteen standing back at the 30-yard line. Good snap. Gets a good high punt off, and it's going to be fair caught by the Tigers at the 20-yard line, and they start 1st and 10.
Fox, we still have an opportunity. There's 1:59 to go here before the half, but we do have all 3 timeouts. If we were to get Auburn on a running play or an incomplete pass to stop the clock, and you can use our timeouts and hopefully force a punt and have a chance to, maybe set up at least a field goal attempt here before halftime.
Auburn lines up 2 wide to the far side of the field, moving left to right. Quarterback shotgun formation at the 15, takes it, looks to the left side. He's going to throw long across the middle and intercepted by the Wildcats at the 45. Penalty flag at the 41. And he's going to cut it back across the field. The 30, the 20, the 10. Inside is Marcus Jones, and he's going to be down at the 4-yard line, but we've got a penalty flag back at the 41.
Yes, we do. And we also have one down at the 15, Fox. So we got 2 flags to sort out. But I started to say, I guess the defense is going to have to score again for us. Marcus Jones was just right in great position to make that play. I tell you, when he gets his hands on the football, he makes things happen, and we'll let the officials sort out these 2 flags and see what will take place after that.
Penalty flag at the 15 and the 41. Holding against the Wildcats and holding against the Tigers.
They must have called Marcus Jones. I see he and a couple of his defenders talking to the back judge back here, and obviously that call was against Marcus, which is very unusual because he doesn't have to hold.
1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Tigers. 1:40 to go in the first half. Triple wide outs to the far side of the field. Single wide out to the near side of the field. Quarterback hands it off to his back. Hit quickly in the backfield back at the 19-yard line. Good stop by the Wildcat defense.
Yeah, it was. We hit him, had good penetration, and I noticed on the sideline we quickly called timeout. Great move.
And with timeout on the field, Enterprise leading 7-0 over the Auburn Tigers. You're listening to Enterprise High School Football, brought to you by McDonald's of Enterprise of the Wildcat Sports and Scenic Sports Networks. Enterprise scoring in the first quarter on a 1-yard run by Sincere Flowers. And since then, we've pretty much been dead even, Coach.
Yes, we have, Fox. We have a great opportunity here, even though there's not much time. Depending on what the Tigers do, we do have 2 timeouts. So we could, if they just run a play and we stop them on these next 2 downs, we got a chance to force a punt, and anything can happen in that situation.
2nd and 10. Quarterback stands back at the 15, rolls to the left side, gets pressure, throws long, has a man open, and incomplete down inside the Wildcat 45, overthrown just a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't see excuse me. I didn't see what the route was, but the receiver came open, and unfortunately for us, the quarterback threw it just a little bit too long.
Second and 10 for the Tigers. 1:25 with the clock stopped here at the second quarter. Wildcats leading 7-0 here at Enterprise. Triple wideouts to the far side of the field. Brooks Fuller, quarterback for the Auburn Tigers, standing back at the 15. Single back lines up to his right side. Play clock down to 4. Fuller takes the ball, throws it long to the left side, has a man open again and overthrows him.
Yeah, he wasn't as quite as wide open as he was on the previous play, but the quarterback just threw it way too far. And boy, the Tigers really did us a favor throwing those passes because we didn't have to use our timeouts. We still got over a minute to go, and Cats have a great opportunity right here.
Jones goes deep for the Wildcats. Just over a minute left in the first half. Atkins stands back at the 6. Good snap. Gets the punt off. Going to be a short punt. Fielded by Jones at the 41. Waits, cuts it to the right side. Gets pressure. Breaks around the right side, out across the 40, the 45, the 47, and out of bounds on the far side of the field and tackled about 3 yards out of bounds, Coach.
Yes, it was a great job by Marcus Jones. He kind of backtracked a little bit, which is usually not a very good thing, but with his speed and quickness, he was able to turn the corner. And as you said, Fox, it looked to me like he was hit 2 or 3 yards out of bounds across the way, but no flag. But again, with we got a minute and 1 second. Fox, 2 timeouts. We've got plenty of time.
First and 10 for the Cats. Cody Fulton ties shotgun formation at the 45. Drops back, looks to the left side, throws long, has Warren open, and caught by Warren inside the 20. The first down, Wildcats at the 15-yard line.
Boy, what a great throw and a great catch by Chance Warren. We were very lucky. I don't know what the route was, but we had 2 receivers right together. I thought Brett Garrett was going to keep Chance from making that catch, but he reached over his shoulder and came down with it, and what a tremendous catch it was. I didn't like the action after the catch. We got away with one there.
Warren and Flowers wide to the right side. Throws it and incomplete. Came in early but no call. Second down.
Yeah, they tried to hit Chance on a little quick screen, and the defender was right there. We were very fortunate that wasn't intercepted.
Caleb Reynolds in at running back for the Cats. Garrett and Flowers come wide to the near side of the field. Warren to the far side of the field. Looks downfield and incomplete, intended for Flowers inside the 10.
Yeah, a little clear out action. Sincere Flowers on the outcut, and again, great job by the defender for Auburn. He was right there to break that pass up.
Dual wideouts to each side of the field. Ties back at the 20, drops, throws it complete to Reynolds, and he's into the end zone on the left side for a touchdown. Great catch and run that time by Caleb Reynolds from the 15-yard line.
Yes, it was. A great execution on a little screen pass. We took our wideouts, our twin wideouts, and they cracked back blocked on the inside, which they can do on a screen pass behind the line of scrimmage. And Mason Jordan, from his left tackle spot, was the lead blocker on that screen. And, of course, he flipped it to Caleb Reynolds, and he did the rest.
OCN to attempt a point after. Quattlebaum snapping. Hold is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And with 31 seconds to left in the first half, Enterprise leading 14-0 over the Tigers of Auburn. You're listening to Enterprise High School Football, brought to you by McDonald's, the Wildcat Sports, and the Scenic Sports Networks. Garrett Morris and Josh Norris back deep for the Tigers. Andrew Osteen kicking off the Wildcats as the Tigers will be returning from our left to our right. Osteen approaches the ball. Good high kick this time, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. And the Tigers will start 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, we got, I see 3 flags. Again, we had a little extracurricular activity going on a kick that goes into the end zone. And hopefully this will be offsetting. I just don't understand what's going on when you have to have a penalty on a kick into the end zone. But Fox, a pretty good drive there by the Cats. It took about 30 seconds, and we didn't even use a timeout to score that touchdown.
Got about 3 yards of flags out on the field, Coach. They only called Enterprise?
Well, that's usually what happens. Something probably happened, and then we retaliated, and that's where the flags came out.
We figured it out, Coach. We've got it on a different channel, and that's probably we're watching the wrong channel.
Coach Faulkner, he's called timeout, and he's invited the referee to come over here and explain to him exactly.
And with timeout on the field, Enterprise leading 14-0. 24 seconds to go in the first half. You're listening to Enterprise High School Football, brought to you by McDonald's of the Wildcat Sports, Scenic Sports Networks. And the Enterprise Wildcat defense coming on the field. Shotgun formation. Hands it off to his big back. Breaks a tackle. He's out across the 40 up near the 43. And it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, the Tigers contend to run out the time here before half. And, well, let me take that back. They have decided to use their timeouts.
And with timeout on the field, we'll take it back to the station for 30 seconds. You're listening to Enterprise High School Football, brought to you by McDonald's on the Wildcat Sports, Scenic Sports Networks. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. Fox Fleming, Rex Bynum. Enterprise Wildcats leading 14-0 over the Auburn Tigers. Coming up at halftime, the Coldwell Banker Prestige Homes and Real Estate halftime show with Ricky Adams. As the defense for the Wildcats come back on the field, Auburn offense lines up with 3 wideouts to the far side of the field. The line of scrimmage is the 43-yard line. Auburn moving left to right with 10 to go. Shotgun formation. Quarterback Fuller drops back to pass, looks downfield, throws quickly out in the flats, and incomplete, throws a little high.
Yeah, it was. That was like a little clear in route, if you will. Had 2 receivers went deep, and the one went down about, 10 or 12 yards. It just kind of stopped. But as you said, the throw was too high.
3rd down for the Tigers. As the offense comes to the line. Brooks Fuller, shotgun formation at his 38. 2-step drop, throws out in the flats. And almost intercepted, broken up at the last minute, brings up 4th down.
Yeah, that was a good time, and I believe that was number 10, C.J. Felder, across the way. Almost got his hands on that football, and that could have come back to hurt Auburn if he could have made that play.
Rex, if we were to return this punt for a touchdown, would it count, you think? Or would there be a flag on the play?
Well, you got a point there. Maybe it'll be a dead ball flag after we score.
Punting for the Tigers. Atkins stands back at the 30-yard line. Marcus Jones goes back to his 24-yard line. Rolls to the right side, gets the punt off. Good high punt. And it should go into the end zone. Takes a bounce. Jones picks it up at the 2 and out across to the 5 and tackle quickly by the Tigers. First half has come to an end. The Enterprise High School Wildcats leading the Auburn Tigers 14-0. We'll be back in 3 minutes for the Enterprise halftime show brought to you by Coldwell Banker, Prestige Homes and Real Estate. You're listening to Enterprise High School Football brought to you by McDonald's and the Wildcat Sports Scenic Sports Networks.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, Superintendent Dr. Camille Wright, Principal Matt Rogers, and Enterprise High School proudly present the Big Blue Marching Band. Tonight, the band will be performing Satellite, Enterprise and Winged Men, Falling Slowly, In the Air Tonight, and Sky Full of Stars, and the Enterprise High School Fight Song. The band is under the field direction of drum major Jenna Goulart. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Enterprise High School Big Blue Marching Band.
Stadium. Enterprise Wildcats going to be receiving, as the Tigers will be kicking off to the Cats. Atkins teeing the ball up for the Tigers at the 40. Wildcats returning from our right to our left. Leading 14-0. Good high kick, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. The Wildcats start 1st and 10. And we've got a penalty flag on the far side of the field.
Yeah, maybe that's against them. It looked like it was. Fox, again, this... I hope this game doesn't get out of hand. We've had a couple of these, but that's a bad thing when you're running down the field and the kick goes in the end zone. Somebody kind of blindsides you over here. We'll see what they call this.
It was against the Wildcats.
Yeah, there's going to be a personal foul against the Cats, and I don't think the officials know what's going on. They can't take half of 20 because they didn't go to city school. So I think finally one of them figured out, oh yeah, that's on the 10.
Taking the shoes off.
I needed my granddaughter Mary Catherine here to help them out.
1st and 10 for the Cats. Cody Fulton-Tice rolls to the left side, pitches, breaks a tackle out across the 15, and I believe it was Curse on the run for the Cats.
Yeah, that was a little speed option pitch that we run. Nobody counted for the safety, but we made him miss and picked up pretty good yards on that first down play.
2nd down and 5 for the Cats. At the 15-yard line, moving right to left. Tice shotgun formation, fakes it, throws it out in the flats to Flowers. Out across the 20, hit quickly and knocked out of bounds just across the 20-yard line, but it's going to be a 1st down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I've set up that little quick screen out here to Sincere Flowers. What a great play by the safety for Auburn. I'm telling you, he came like a rocket. Dennis Chastain was doing a great job of stalking the corner, but that safety came up and made a nice tackle on Sincere Flowers.
Southeast Sun Wildcat 1st down at the 20-yard line now. As we start the second half off, 11:06 to go in the 3rd quarter. Wildcats are leading 14-0. Dual wideouts to each side of the field. Tice is going to keep it and be hit quickly and stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we tried to run that little quarterback keeper play. Noah Shattuck, our right tackle, came across, but they beat him to the punch and just wrapped Cody Fulton-Tice up before any block could be made.
Personal penalty against the Tigers.
Yeah, that was a personal foul against the Tigers after the play, dead ball.
And Coach, looks like they're going to try to get it in control quickly as we start the first half.
Yeah, that was a corner over here on this side. I think the Auburn coaches have just taken him out of the ball game.
First and 10 for the Cats, 25. Handoff goes to number 6 for the Cats, Caleb Reynolds, and he's hit quickly. Good defensive play. Fails to gain, brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, I believe that was a backside linebacker for Auburn. Caleb tried to run off the left side. It was tough going there, and he cut it back against the grain. And when he did, that backside linebacker was there to slam him to the turf.
Kim Harmon comes in at running back for the Cats. Dual wideouts to each side of the field. Tice throws it out in the flats to Harmon. 35, 40, hit quickly and dropped. Good tackle by the Tigers that time.
Yes, that was that little screen that we run so well, short side of the field. I'm telling you what, Fox, there's some hit going on in this ball game. I hope both teams can keep it clean, and that was a good, clean, hard lick by I believe that was, again, one of the safeties for the Auburn Tigers.
Wildcats need to get out to the 46-yard line for a first down. The line of scrimmage is just across the 40. 9:22 to go in the third quarter, leading 14-0. Tice back at the 35, looks to the right side, looks to the left, rolls to the right side, gets pressure, throws it out in the flats, and complete, but going to come up short about a yard as he had to go down to make the catch. And I believe that was Chastain on the reception for the Cats.
Yeah, Cody Fulton-Tice was under tremendous pressure. He did a good job of breaking the containment. As he was being chased, he saw Chastain and threw the ball. It was a little low, and Dennis had to go down to make the catch right at the 45-yard line, but it will be a good yard short of first down.
Andrew Osteen comes in to punt for the Wildcats, standing back at the 30-yard line. Atkins and Traylor back deep for the Tigers, standing back at the 25, 8:29 to go. Good snap. Good high kick by Osteen that time. And they're going to back off, takes a Auburn bounce, and the Cats are letting it roll, and it picks up about 6 yards.
I think the coaches were trying to get the officials' attention. It might have been a little interference, but I didn't see it. I don't think he ever really signaled for a fair catch, not legally. He kind of came up like he wanted to make a play, but then he backed away, and, of course, the ball took a good bounce for them, and I guess the Tigers have it about their own 32-yard line.
Ball placed in the center of the field. Dual wideouts to the far side of the field. Quarterback up under center. They've got movement on the line. Penalty flag on the play.
Yeah, that little movement that we're doing is causing them some problems on their offensive front. They're not disciplined enough to sit in there and wait for the snap count. And I noticed the Tigers have gone back to a little old-time offense. That almost looked like the little option read there with the fullback and the quarterback.
Line of scrimmage, now the 27-yard line for the Tigers. Hands it off. Pitch back. Throws it long. And, in and out of the hands of his receiver. He was there and hit his target, but he dropped it at the Wildcat 44, intended for Garrett Morris.
Yeah, they handled it about 3 times in the backfield, Fox. Looked like he gave it to one. He gave it back to the other. They threw it to quarterback. And the receiver came open, but hit him in a bad spot, hit him right in the hands, and fortunately for the Cats, fell to the turf.
The quarterback took a big-time lick that time too, Rex.
Well, he's a left-handed quarterback. He's tough.
2nd and 15. 2 backs in the backfield. Quarterback stands back at the 22, shotgun formation. 2 backs come to the near side. Hands it off to his big back out across the 30, 35, 40, and he's going to be up to the 40-yard line, and he's going to be short of a first down by about 2 yards.
Yeah, that looked like the old inside veer play, and gave it to the fullback. He found a crease off to the right side, and boy, bring up. This is a big third down for the Wildcat defense here. We need to get a stop, get that football back.
3rd and 2 for the Tigers at the 40. They need to get out to the 42 for a first down. 7:45. Hands it off to the back. Hit quickly and drop for a loss back in the backfield by the Wildcat defense.
Yeah, they went to an old power I formation, trying to just punch it in, but the Cats, we attacked the line of scrimmage. I mean, just a whole host of Cats in the backfield, threw them for about a yard or 2 loss.
Jones stands back at the 25, awaiting the punt. Atkins punting the ball, fake, picked up by them, and they're going to have looks like going to be close to first down, Coach. Good fake by the Auburn Tigers.
Yeah, nice call by the coaching staff for the Auburn Tigers. And went to a top punt formation. Yes, the official has signaled. They just snapped it to the personal protector. Good blocking. I thought for just a moment we might stop him for about a 2-yard gain, but his second effort enabled him to pick up that first down.
Dual wideouts to the far side of the field for the Tigers. 2 backs in the backfield. Ball on the near hash mark, moving right to left. Hands it off to the big back. He's got running room. The 40, the 35, the 30, and down to the Wildcat 12-yard line, but no one there, Coach, as he broke through the line and picks up big yardage.
Yeah, that's the thing about this spread offense. You get everybody spread out across the field. That looked like the little inside veer play, and they just, quarterback read it perfectly, gave it to the fullback, and what a crease there was. And there was nobody in the secondary once he broke free. And I don't know who it was. Somebody ran him down, as you said, Fox, I guess about the 10-yard line.
Shotgun formation. Fuller takes the ball, hands it off. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, they made that look easy. That was I believe that was that little fold, inside fold, and guard kicked down, that tackle looped back up underneath, and he made a nice block. And that running back made a nice cut and took it into the end zone.
With 6:15 to go in the third quarter, Auburn getting on the board on a 10-yard run, untouched, into the end zone. Atkins in to attempt the point after as we await the snap. Good snap, holds down, kick is up, and the kick is good. And your score is Enterprise 14, Tigers 7. You're listening to Enterprise High School Football, brought to you by McDonald's on the Wildcat Sports Scenic Sports Network. Enterprise High School Football brought to you by McDonald's here at Wildcat Stadium. Fox Fleming, Rex Bynum. Enterprise leading 14-7, but the Tigers getting on the board first in the second half. 6:15 to go as they kick off to the Wildcats once again. Avery Akins kicking off for the Tigers. 2 deep backs for the Wildcats at the 10-yard line. Last kick did go well into the end zone. Good high kick. It's going to come up short. Fielded by Jones at the 3. Across the 5. Cuts back to the left side. The 10. The 15. The 20. The 25. The 30. One man to beat. Trips up at the 50. The 40. The 30. 25. 20. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown Wildcats.
And the good thing, Fox, I don't see a yellow hanky anywhere on the
That
field.
thing you might be thinking is a hanky. Was one of the Auburn players' drawers.
Boy, what a return. I tell you what a talent. Marcus Jones, as you said, Fox, short kick, and all he's got to do is get his hands on it, and when he can find those creases, he's got the speed and quickness to take it the distance. And what a turnaround. The momentum had just shifted to the Auburn Tigers. Now it's back on the side of the Cats.
Andrew Osteen in to attempt the point after. Snaps down, hole is there, and the kick is good, and the Wildcats lead at 21-7. You're listening to Enterprise High School Football, brought to you by McDonald's. Take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Enterprise High School on the Wildcat Sports and Scenic Sports Networks. Enterprise High School Football brought to you by McDonald's. Fox Fleming Law Coach Rex Bynum. Enterprise leading 21-7, and Rick, correct me, 97, 98 yard.
We'll say whatever you want to.
Return by Marcus Jones.
You just tell me the number you like. 97, is that what you said?
That looked good from here.
All right, then.
But remember, you guys are closer to it than I am. 5:54 to go in the third quarter. 21-7 is your Citizens Bank scoreboard. Wildcats leading the Auburn Tigers as we await the kickoff.
Fox, we were just commenting before that kickoff, and I noticed we had some men crowding the 50-yard line. It almost like we were maybe anticipating an onside kick or thought that Auburn might try that. They didn't, thank goodness for us, but in hindsight, they probably wish they had have.
And once again, the Wildcat kicking team getting ready to come on the field. I believe Coach are probably taking a heat timeout again.
I think that's what it is, heat timeout.
And the Auburn receiving team coming on. Cordell Punk should be back deep for the Tigers. Osteen kicking off. Osteen teeing the ball up, getting ready to kick off to the Tigers as the Tigers return left to right. Another good kick going to be fielded at the goal line, out across the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20. Breaks a tackle out across the 30 and finally brought down with about one man to beat at the 33-yard line. Another good return for the Tigers.
Yeah, that running back return guy for Auburn looked like he said, well, if they can do it, we can do it. They had a nice wall set up, but we were able to stop him after a pretty good kickoff return for Auburn.
First and 10 for the Tigers at their own 34-yard line. 5:22 to go. Third quarter, penalty flag on the play as running backs out to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, again, that looked like a little option read with the play. I think he did that out of the gun, and that flag usually indicates holding. We'll see what the call is.
First and 20. The ball is backed up to the 25-yard line. Hand off to the back, and he's hit quickly and dropped back at the 20.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe one of the Jones boys. I can't get either Jaron or Darius. I'm not sure. Folks, I think that previous penalty against Auburn was a chop block, and that's it was not a hold, but it was a chop block called by the umpire.
Second and 25. Again, handoff up the middle, out across the 20 and up here the 22-yard line.
Well, the Wildcat defenders are really attacking the line of scrimmage, just swarming the Auburn offensive line, and the running back, he did well to gain maybe a yard on that play.
Big third down play for the Wildcats. Auburn needs to get out to their own 44. The line of scrimmage is at 22. Quarterback drops back to pass. Throws long. Has a man open and overthrows him down at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that quarterback's taking quite a beating tonight. He just had to let that one fly. The receiver had a step on our guy, but the throw again was just a little bit too long.
You know, there is a lunar eclipse tonight. It's the full moon, but unfortunately, We're not going to get to see it in this part of the country, but I thought I saw a moon when the quarterback was tackled back there just now, Rex.
Jones back deep for the Wildcats. Stands back at his own 44-yard line. It's going to be a low kick fielded by Jones at the 44, across the 45. Cuts back, and he's up to down to the 47. A great spin move by Jones that time. The Wildcats start in Auburn territory down near the 47, 46-yard line.
I can tell you from experience, Fox, if I was on the other sideline and that ball gets in his hands, I tell you what, you just holding your breath, because you know you know what I like about Marcus, he attacks the football. He wants to get it and make a play, and he gives it everything he's got. He makes a 2-yard run look exciting.
Cody Fulton-Tice stands back at his own 49, shotgun formation. Dual wideouts to the far side of the field. He's going to keep it, cuts it down inside the 45, gets to the outside, and finally out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Good run by the quarterback of the Wildcats.
Yes, it was. Again, that was our design quarterback keeper play. Noah Chaddock pulling and blocking, and it was jammed up. But Cody did a very good job of bouncing it to the outside and working toward the sideline. They tried to strip the ball out, but he wrapped both hands around it. Good job by Cody Fulton-Tice.
Second and 1 for the Cats at the 39 of the Tigers. Hands it off to his back. He breaks a tackle. He's down inside the 35, and finally brought down to the 32-yard line is Cam Harmon. A good run that time.
Yes, it was, Fox. Good job of blocking at the point of attack. I'm telling you what, and he hit that hole. Cam Harmon jumped in that little crease, but Mason Childers and Harrison Hendricks, Mason Jordan, Alex Duvalier, and Noah Chaddock doing a good job up front blocking.
Wildcat Southeast Sun first down at the 32. Hands it off again to Harmon, and he's going to be down to the 30.
Yeah, that's either, I'm not sure if exactly what Coach Thorne in the offensive staff call that. It's either a little stretch or zone play designed to go left, and Cam saw a little crease back to the right, and he made a nice little cut to pick up 3 or 4 yards.
Second down, pitch goes to Harmon around the left side, cuts it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 26.
Yeah, a little speed option, quick pitch.
Harmon on the carry down to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, sorry about that, Fox. That was that little speed option, quick pitch that we run, and the snap was just a little bit low, but Cody Fulton-Tice did a good job of handling it, get the ball out to. Was that Robinson that ran that? I'm not sure. I think it might have been Trey Robinson that carried that ball.
Caleb Reynolds comes in at running back for the Wildcats now as the Tigers line up on defense. And once again, Wildcats moving right to left. Fakes it. Cody looks to the far side, throws it complete at the 20-yard line.
I believe that's Brett Garrett on a little inside move, a little slant route across the way. I think the little fake kind of held those backers and enabled Brett to get inside, and nice throw and good catch, first down for the Cats.
Another Wildcat Southeast Sun first down at the 20-yard line of the Tigers with just over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Enterprise leading 21-7. Handoff goes to the back around the left side, gets outside around the 20, 15. Penalty flag comes in, and he's down inside the 10-yard line. And, Coach, I believe we're going to have a penalty. I think it's going to be against our lineman at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that's usually an indication where that flag was thrown. But good hard running and a good job of blocking down the field, even though it's probably going to be negated. Oh, we got it. It was not against us, Fox. It was a face mask.
If you'd have just asked me, I could have told you that.
Well, I'll have to remember to ask you that next time, Rick. That was
Flowers in Wildcat formation for Enterprise. Line of scrimmage, the 4-yard line. Flowers is going to keep it, cuts it around the right side, and he's going to be down near the 1 or 2 yard line, Coach.
Yeah, tough, going pretty tough down in there. Couldn't find a crease, kind of danced around a little bit. Oh, we got another flag. Came out late. Tigers are pretty tough down here. They get good penetration. We'll see what this call is.
And with timeout on the field, Enterprise leading 21-7, a minute 28 to go in the third quarter. Second half, you're listening to Enterprise High School football brought to you by McDonald's, the Wildcat Sports and Scenic Sports Networks.
Fox, I'm not sure what's going on here. I saw a flag that came out late after the play, and then all of a sudden it looks like Auburn had called timeout, and their whole team was about to gather, and they shoot them back on the sideline. Let's see. Now we're getting a timeout signal for Auburn, but I don't see anything about the flag.
I think Auburn had a player ejected on that thing because the referee walked over there with him, and one of the head coach didn't look real happy. Now what that meant, I don't know.
And with timeout on the field, Enterprise 21, Auburn 7. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Enterprise High School football brought to you by McDonald's and the Wildcat Sports, Scenic Sports Networks. Back at Wildcat Stadium, Fox Fleming along with Coach Rex Bynum. Minute 28 to go in the third quarter. Enterprise leading 21-7.
Fox, I believe their coach has just about said all he needs to, that the referee wants to hear. If you're looking across the way there, it's getting a little hot and bothered. Seemed like that might have happened some other time between Enterprise and Auburn in recent years. I can't remember when it was.
Wildcats with the ball at the 1 yard line. Sincere Flowers lines up in the Wildcat. Robinson to his right. He takes it, follows him in, and he's going to be down to the goal line as we await the call, and it's going to be right at the 1 foot line.
Yeah, I see the linesmen. They're both Fox, probably, as you said, about the 1 foot line. But again, the Tigers are making it pretty tough down here. They're getting a little penetration into our backfield that's kind of jamming us up.
Third and 1. Once again, the Wildcat formation. And we've got movement on the right side, and that's going to back us up. Shotgun formation. Flowers keeps it. Goes off the left side. Touchdown, Wildcats. Sincere Flowers.
Yeah, we ran that back to the left side. Formation strength was to the right. And found a little crease in there. Sincere Flowers took it into the end zone standing up. Cats got the touchdown, but they had to work for it.
Andrew Osteen comes in to attempt the point after. Thornton's going to be holding. Quattlebaum snapping with 36 seconds to go in the third quarter. Hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Wildcats lead 28-0. Or 28-7 with 36 seconds to go. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Enterprise High School Football, brought to you by McDonald's on the Wildcat Sports, Scenic Sports Network. Welcome back to Wildcats Stadium. Wildcats kicking off, a good high kick. And it's going to be fielded at the 3-yard line by the Tigers, out across the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20. Cuts it back inside and finally brought down up near the 34-yard line. But a great return by the Auburn Tigers that time, Josh Norris.
Yes, it was. Again, they almost found a little crease in there. Both teams doing a very good job on special teams. But the Wildcat pursuit was there to bring him down after a good return.
Tigers start on the far hash mark, moving left to right. 27 seconds to go in the third quarter. Trailing by 21. Quarterback keeps it. Crosses the 35. Up near the 36.
Yeah, that little, again, like that little inside veer play, the quarterback kept the football, but again, we're really attacking the line of scrimmage. He did a good job with the second effort to pick up about 3 yards on that play.
As the third quarter comes to an end, the Enterprise Wildcats leading 28-7 over the Tigers. You're listening to Enterprise High School Football, brought to you by McDonald's on the Wildcat Sports, Scenic Sports Networks. Right to left now as we start the fourth quarter. Fuller up under center at the 37-yard line. Hands it off to his big back out across the 40 and up near the 41.
Yeah, that got a little tight end over formation. The tight end is covered by the split end on the right side. So, of course, that makes him ineligible. And they're doing a little veer blocking. It's like the old veer attack, inside veer.
Third and short. Again, hands it off to his back out across the 35 and up near the 37. But he's going to have enough for a Tiger first down.
Yeah, same play. I don't know if he's reading that or not. It's happening so quickly. He may just be a predetermined give. But two pretty good plays there by the Tigers.
Once again, handoff up the left side. He's across Wildcat 50 and down in the 48-yard line of the Wildcats is Morris once again.
Yeah, that appeared more just a give. Quarterback just stepped back and handed it to the fullback, almost like a little quickie play, except it's a little off the left side, not really right back up in the gut.
Second down for the Tigers now at the Wildcat 48. Two backs in the backfield. Quarterback drops back, looks to the right side, throws out in the flats, complete at the 40. He has a first down at the Wildcat 39.
Yeah, that just a little quick fake to the fullback. Quarterback set his feet and made a nice throw in the inside cut by the split end to the wide side. One of the better throws and catches of the night for the Tigers.
First and 10 at the Wildcat 39 for the Tigers. Far hash mark moving right to left. Again, pitches to his back around the right side, the 40, the 35, and gets tackled down around the 35-yard line on the far side, but a penalty flag back at the 42.
Yeah, we'll see the call. The Tigers have gone to more of an old-time conventional offense, high formation, almost like the LSU Tigers or the Georgia Bulldogs on offense.
Ronnie Millsap came in during halftime, and he said he plainly saw him hold on that play, Rex. He's sitting right over there if you can see.
Well, if Ronnie said it, you know it's got to be true. He could probably sing a song about it.
Brings up first and 20 for the Tigers. Line of scrimmage now midfield. Hands it off to his back, bounces it back to the right side, and he's down to the 49.
Cats doing a better job on that little veer look. I'm not sure who was in on that play. 2 or 3 of them were there just to stop him for about a yard or 2 gain.
They don't seem to be in a big hurry for a team that's losing by 3 touchdowns, Rex.
I hope they keep this pace up.
Amen.
Second and long at the Wildcat 48. Quarterback drops back, looks downfield, throws in the middle, open but incomplete. Overthrows him, intended for Cordell Plott.
Yeah, Marcus Jones on the coverage. He had good position. And the quarterback, again, having to get rid of the football, he has taken quite a beating tonight. But, again, good coverage down the field by Marcus Jones.
If I were tacky, I'd say the quarterback's got a good arm, but it ain't his left one.
He looks good throwing incompletions, doesn't he?
Absolutely. From this vantage point, he certainly does.
Third and 18. Triple wide out to the near side of the field. Quarterback looks right, throws left, complete to number 1 at the 49, cuts it inside the 45, the 40, the 36, and finally brought down by the Wildcats.
Yeah, the Wildcats playing a soft coverage on that 3rd and long. A nice call by the offensive staff for Auburn on that little screen. Had good job of stalk blocking at the point of attack. He found a nice crease. The Cats going to give it a go here, which they probably need to. The Tigers are giving it a go, rather.
4th down for the Tigers. Need to get down to the Cats' 29-yard line. Play clock down to 10. And timeout call by the Tigers with timeout on the field. Your score, Enterprise 28, Auburn 7. You're listening to Enterprise High School Football, brought to you by McDonald's and the Wildcat Sports, Scenic Sports Networks. Enterprise High School Football brought to you by McDonald's. Enterprise leading 28-7. Tigers with the ball, 4th and 7 at the Wildcat 36. Quarterback at the 40. Keeps the ball, cuts it up the middle. He's going to be inside the 30, the 25, and have a Tiger first down at the Wildcat 24-yard line.
Nice call by the offensive staff for Auburn. A little quarterback draw. And, of course, Cats looking for the throw. Everybody kind of playing soft and found a crease. And, boy, he jumped right in it.
Tigers 1st and 10. Quarterback looks to the left side, throws it complete at the Wildcat 15.
Nice throw by the quarterback. It was a little low. The receiver went down and made that play. Marcus Jones in coverage.
Second down for Auburn. Quarterback again looks over the middle, throws it incomplete, almost picked off by the Wildcats.
Yeah, they're trying to set a little middle screen, but the Cats were not fooled in the least there. And as you said, Fox, one of them almost came up with that interception.
Third and short for the Auburn Tigers. Hand off to the back across the left side. He's going to be down to the 12. Have enough for a Tiger first down.
Yeah, just a quick hitter right in the middle. He didn't need very much. He found a little crease.
And a penalty is going to be a face mask against the Cats. And that'll give them first and goal at the 6-yard line. Quarterback up under center, hands it off to 32. He's down inside the 5 and going to be tackled by the Wildcats on the right side of the field.
Yeah, that was just the old power I formation. Off to the right side and just man on man, hard nose blocking up front. The Cats gave up a yard, but that was about it.
Brings up second and goal at the 3 with 7:07 to go in the ball game. Enterprise leading 28-7 over the Auburn Tigers. Quarterback up under center. Hands it off again to his big back, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage by the Wildcat defense.
Yeah, it almost looked like he tried to cut it back against the grain. It was like he meant to go off right tackle, and when he cut it back, the Cats were there to swarm him under.
Brings up third and goal at the 3-yard line. Quarterback pitches to number 25 and hit quickly in the backfield and dropped at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, one of our linebackers, somebody shot the gap through that. I'm having trouble seeing the numbers. I wish I could tell you who it was, but he made a nice play as he penetrated and threw him, or actually tripped him up for a little loss.
And with a timeout on the field, they're going to take a heat timeout. 5:59 to go in the ball game. Wildcats leading 28-7 here at Wildcat Stadium. You're listening to Enterprise High School Football, brought to you by McDonald's of Enterprise on the Wildcat Sports CNET Sports Networks. And what has been a great turnout for Enterprise football as they open the first home game of the 2016 season here in Enterprise. Shotgun formation. Fuller stands back at the 5, pitches to his back, double pitches, throws a pass to the end zone, and intercepted by the Wildcats. Great play by the Wildcats, and he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be on the far side around the 4 or 5 yard line, but a great defensive play that time by Darius Jones.
Yeah, I got his number. What a great play. As you said, that's a defensive end. Reading that play, the quarterback was open, but he didn't get the ball to him quick enough, and Darius Jones came out of nowhere to make that play.
That was a 16-play drive, a 65-yard drive that took 6 minutes and 46 seconds off the clock. Thank you, Auburn Tigers.
Shotgun formation. Tice hands it off to the right side, and we've got a penalty flag on the play. Robinson in at running back for the Wildcats.
Folks, I don't know what it is, but this seems like this season is we have had more motion penalties, us and the other team. I don't know. It may be the type of offense. They don't go on a snap count, but way too many.
I'll second that emotion.
Again, hands it off to Robinson, and he trips as he crosses the goal line, and he's going to be out to about the 2 or 3 yard line. Second down for the Cats. Again, Robinson over the right side, tries to take it outside, and he's going to pick up 1 yard and be brought down up near the 4 yard line.
Yeah, good hard running, but a good pursuit by the Auburn defense. I believe that was number 30, Robinson, running it, and did a good job not getting out of bounds. Let that clock continue to run.
Garrett goes to the far side, along with Flowers. Robinson lines up behind Cody Fulton-Tice. Warren comes to the right side. Hands it off to Robinson. He cuts it up across the 5 and up here to the 6 yard line, but he's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, we gave enough room for Andrew Osteen. I think he can probably get his regular depth on for his punt, but well, what a great job on the turnover by Darius Jones to keep Auburn out of the end zone. Need a good punt right here.
Osteen standing about 1 yard shy. Good snap. Gets a short kickoff. Going to take a bounce at the 40 and across midfield and finally go out of bounds at the 45 yard line of the Tigers, and the Tigers start 1st and 10.
Yeah, it wasn't the prettiest of punts, but we got a good bounce and it turned out well. Crossed midfield and like I say, about the 45 of the Tigers.
48-yard punt with no return ain't bad.
No, it ain't.
For a Friday night.
That's right.
Of a full moon. As we salute our military.
Ball placed at the near hash mark as Auburn moves right to left. Triple wide outs to the far side of the field. Shotgun formation. Quarterback looks to the left. Has a man open. Number 1. Potts at the 40, 35. Breaks a tackle. 25, 20, 10. Touchdown, Auburn.
Boy, that didn't take long. That was that little corner route. I don't know if he ran the post. I didn't see the full route. But he broke, it probably was a little post corner route. And made a nice throw and catch. And our defender missed. And it was a foot race to the end zone. And Auburn won it.
Fuller's pass good for 55 yards and a Auburn touchdown with 3:22 to go in the ball game. As Auburn attempts the point after, Akins comes in to kick as we await the snap. Hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good, and Auburn is on the board 14. Enterprise 28, you're listening Enterprise High School Football, brought to you by McDonald's on the Wildcat Sports Scenic Sports Networks. Back at Wildcat Stadium, Fox floating, Rex Bynum, Auburn kicking off to the Wildcats, a onside kick, and it's I don't think it's going to go far enough, Coach, as we took a pretty hard lick on that one.
No, it didn't go far enough, but one of our guys handled it very well. I believe that may be Robinson. I'm not sure. Is that number 30?
Ty stands back at his own 46. Hands it off around the left side, hit quickly and brought down for a loss back at the 45 is T.J. Robinson.
Yeah, they're going to be really attacking the line of scrimmage and probably going to be using their timeouts. I believe they've only got one left, so they'll have to save it for a little while anyway. Can't wait too long being down 2 scores.
Second and long for the Cats. Shotgun formation again. Hands it off to Robinson. He's going to be up to midfield and pick up 4 or 5 yards, bringing up 3rd down.
Yeah, we'll let that clock run. Boy, it would be great if we could break one right here and pick up that 1st down, but just let that clock run. That clock's on our side right now.
Third down. Cats need to get to the 39 for a 1st down. Fumble in the backfield, picked up by Robinson and recovered at the 46, but brings up 4th down for the Cats, and they should punt.
Boy, I tell you what, that could have been a disaster. If it had fell into one of their hands, they could have taken it back. But the Tigers are using their timeout after that stop there on 3rd down.
With timeout on the field, we'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Enterprise High School Football, brought to you by McDonald's on the Wildcat Sports Network. For the Tigers, stands inside the 20. As we await the snap, good snap. Andrews going to get a good high kick off the right side. Going to be taken by Potts, cuts into the end zone, cuts to the right side, out across the 5, back to the left side, out across the 10, the 15, the 20, cuts it back inside, and he's out across the 30, 35, 40, cuts it back to the middle of the field, and finally tackled as the ball comes loose as he's hit hard that time by the Wildcats, and he's slow getting up, and we'll see who comes up with the ball.
Fox, I think the Cats may have it. Our players are signaling that. We'll see. But what a great return to end bad for the return guy for Auburn. He caught the football about the 2-yard line, as you said, and went into the end zone and just weaved his way back and forth across the field. And somebody made a nice hit on him about the 45, and the ball popped out, and the Cats have it back.
Darius Kerr on the recovery, and Coach, whoever put the lick on him put a good lick.
Yes, they did. That was a good solid lick. That ball, of course, he was probably worn out running so far, but thank goodness it came out into the hands of a Wildcat.
I believe it was Chris Ross on the hit and knocked it loose. Wildcats in victory formation, and they're going to take a knee with 1:16 to go in the ball game. Just over 1 minute to go. The Wildcats leading 28-14 here at Wildcat Stadium in the 5th game of the season. Once again, victory formation by the Cats. 13 seconds on the play clock as Cody Fulton Ties is going to let it go down as far as he can and take a knee again. And I believe the officials will probably not start it until we are out of time, Coach.
Yeah, we won't have to run a play because there's only 20 seconds left.
And once again, the Enterprise Wildcats have another victory for the 2016 season. Enterprise defeating the Auburn Tigers 28-14 here at Wildcat Stadium. We'll be back in 3 minutes. You're listening to Enterprise High School Football, brought to you by McDonald's of Enterprise on the Wildcat Sports Scenic Sports Networks.
You've been watching High School Football Game Night, presented by Scenic Cable Network and Productions. Join us again next time.